Hello and welcome back to our Montessori podcast. I am Rohan and I have Mr. Ravi Kunder here with me. In our previous episode, we spoke about the elementary child, and today's topic is the adolescent child. So, before we start discussing the adolescent child, if I can ask, what inspired you to start this elementary program and the adolescent program?
See, when we started in 2005, before that, we also went through a lot of other processes. Rekha Kunder idea was only till the age of 6.
Okay.
But the way she could see, and then I was also slowly part of, because I was doing all the material work with her. We could see there is so much that is happening in that space where children are, literally creating things.
Okay.
They were not led. And from there, there were a lot of discussions happened with Rekha and the other adult also, Chaitra. And then we got an opportunity and we started. We went into the next phase. Why not, go for it? And again, it was the same thing that we could see, how things happen, with the children from 6 onwards, where it is to happen very, what you say, linearly in the context of the way the earlier process that happened, and these children from 6 to 12, they could
Okay.
just get it.
Okay.
Okay, it was not difficult. And then we shifted to the next level, and that is how it goes.
Okay.
It went and
Okay.
and we're almost 5 batches completed 10th standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now coming back to adolescence.
Huh.
So adolescence is often called a turbulent time because there are so many changes that happens during the stage. One important thing is puberty comes around this time, and there are so many physical changes. There are you know emotional changes, and there is so many changes in the way a teenager feels, right? Maybe there are few new things that a teenager feels. He feels more excited compared to the previous stages. So how is this adolescent stage different from the elementary stage? Also, if I can just add, this is also a time of transformation, as Maria Montessori says. So, how is this more transformative rather than turbulent?
See, what you just shared is, how the world is seeing.
Okay.
Okay. It is our version. Turbulent times, child is, typically going to turbulent time after 12. That is not fair, to talk about that word, to bring that word turbulent.
Okay.
There is nothing like that in nature, like turbulent, The environment that has created that. And that is pulling that child down, that age group. The biggest problem is, of late, last 25, 30 years, we are having so much expectation, because nowadays, 10th standard, you have to score good marks to get into a good college, to get into then IIT or medical, whatever that goes. So this poor adolescent child, what they can do, because they are not in charge. Somebody else is in charge here, and they are
Okay.
suffering. And all that, it is turbulent for them, not for the society. Society has created that, isn't it? So I think it's a wrong word, in the context of adolescent child, turbulent times.
Okay.
It is never like that.
Okay. So it is a natural process, as you.
So turbulent and natural, it has become natural process. The way we see it, the way that the society, the parent and school system and so many things that goes, there's so much under pressure. All that we are putting on, pushing it on the child, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But by nature, any of these age groups, pre-primary till the age 6 or elementary or any age group, there's nothing like, by nature, there is nothing like that.
Okay.
Turbulent, it is turbulent, It's
But
not fair.
as compared to the earlier stages, what I meant to say is there are some new things happening. When I say turbulent, maybe I'm trying to say that there are some things maybe that are confusing, or new, really new, and an adolescent child is like surprised by what is this new thing that is happening.
What is that new in this? I didn't understand that question.
In the sense of, for example, now when a child hits puberty and when there are physical changes, and like boys have sudden hair growth, and there are so many new things. There is voice changing, and a few things in personality also changes. So it can be. I mean, this is not what I personally feel, but this is generally called as a turbulent time.
That is how, Yeah, see, during this period, why the world thinks, turbulent time is, during this period, the child's attention, see, the focus for the world is, in the current context, last so many decades, is only if you are educated, if you go higher in studies, you will be, you will have a good life.
Okay.
All those things.
Okay.
That is how we
Okay.
all see it.
Okay.
But along with that, the child is also going through their own things, the puberty and the changes and the shyness, and suddenly something, all
Right.
those things the child goes through. So if the society, including the schooling system, respects that changes that is happening, the psychological need that adolescent child is going through, if we understand that, primarily we have to understand that. It is not just, okay, you are a teacher, you are supposed to be teaching and giving the content. It's not just that. What is the child going through also is also important, no?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we are taking away from that child, from the context of empathy, what the child is going through during puberty, we are trying to push this agenda of schooling and studying, and you have to do well, and now you are now adolescent. You are supposed to understand, supposed to be careful, supposed to be behaving well.
Okay.
All kind of things, expectations that come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Maria Montessori describes adolescence as the birth of the social being.
Yeah.
So, what does she mean by that? And why is this stage essential for an adolescent?
Yeah. See, more than the essential part, more than the essential part, see, if you see, it's a natural progression, A child who is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they're constructing.
Okay.
They are working They are all individuals constructing. And slowly, once they have mastered all those movements and all those senses and that language and other things, after 4.5, 5, they will have some friends. Then they will start looking here and then. They'll have one friend, maybe two friends. And and somewhere after 6, uh, they go beyond that. Okay, that's where we are in the elementary. You will see they have more friends. They are part of the group also. And the dimensions we have discussed also, what they do in that group, collaborative, learning. Now, but still they are within the family fold. But after 12, okay, they are beyond that. They have a larger thing, which can be anything, anywhere. So that is where, because they are able to deal with that small groups, now they are confident. They are able to deal with the larger group, the more social side, whatever you say, the social, whatever terms you have. So that expands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a benefit also. And there can be the negative side also. It depends on where the child is, at what level the child is, how secure the child is with whatever the child has gone through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this stage, children begin to ask big questions, like questions about themselves and about the world and about their future. So how can adults support this, without maybe affecting or obstructing their curiosity?
See, largely, the way we have grown up, as I'm now 70, you're in your 30s now. So, see, we are all, whatever that we went through. Can you just repeat that question?
That around this stage, children start asking big questions, like even, who am I? And what is my place in this world?
Okay.
So, and also, what is my future? So that's a curiosity, and perhaps our parents also, adults also at schools, might be slightly protective. Maybe you should do this, or you should do this, you should do that next. But they have their own curiosity. So how can an adult aid their curiosity, or just be with that and not obstruct it?
See, you have already answered that by saying, be with that. Okay.
Okay.
But in the larger context, if you see our society, we are in, that mode, of advising. Gyan. So it's always there. We don't see it largely from who that child is,
Okay.
that age group. Okay, we don't come from that empathy also.
Okay.
What the child is going through, what he is really, wanting, and what he is, desiring to do. See, if we can, just see him, as an individual who is responsible and who has that capacity to, take it forward. Okay, it's not an overnight thing. But somewhere, if we start respecting the parents and the schooling system and give him that space, he'll do it. Okay. Largely, children, except children coming from some conditions, medical conditions, largely, almost all the children, normal children, without having any condition, they have it, they'll do it. So we need to have the trust. But whatever support is required here and there for that child of that age group, adolescent age group, that support we can give. Okay, but that support sometimes what happens, we are interfering also again. It has to be such that he gets that and he withdraw.
Okay.
Okay, that is because he feels I am capable of doing it. I have gone because the child has gone through that. Okay, first constructing and second is reasoning. Whatever that the child exploring, all that they did till the age of 12,
Okay.
and it is sufficient.
Hmm.
Is enough, more than enough. If you see, really see. Why I said why I have said more than enough. If you see 50 years back, all the skills by 12, 13, they were actually working with the parent, with the father.
Okay.
Because those days it was like whatever blacksmith, goldsmith, whatever different occasions. They were there. They were doing. They were actually producing.
Like Montessori said, like you were saying, Maria Montessori also said something similar, that adolescence is the flowering of whatever that came before.
Yes.
Maybe that's exactly what you're saying.
What she said is, see, all the possibilities happen for that adolescent. It's happening for the adolescent when they really go through, they really get that opportunity to go through that. No?
Okay.
Okay. There again, in a Montessori kind of environment, the child gets that space. No, that elementary child gets that space
Okay.
to make mistakes, to explore, to jump into it, fail also. Okay, and nobody is bothered also because the child then goes on.
So it is the experience that.
It is an experience. Yes, when that experience is allowed, there's nothing left.
So if I can go one question back. So Maria Montessori said that adolescence is the birth of the social being. So what does she mean by that?
See, birth of the social being is, they have gone through that collaboration, all that earlier phase. Okay, there was reasoning and there was so much that the child went through, and at a very high energy level. Here, the process of adolescent child, of puberty and all those processes, they actually they are able to relax, because that desire to acquire is reduced here. It is desire to produce. Okay. So when you are in that desire to produce, the next dimension starts.
Okay.
What is that I can do for the society around him? Okay. So during that period, all that takes shape in the context of that child is like one of them is the social side. Okay, because you are becoming part of that whole community now. You are out in the open.
Okay.
So naturally, you would like to know what is that community.
Okay.
And it is coming from you, from that child, that elder child, because that is where the child is now going out. Okay, wherever possible, they will try to talk to people, whatever that is. Okay, it's not like the socializing what we talk about. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But that also is there, part of that when you go to school and, it can be co-ed, it can be, whatever that kind of environment. So they are, and they are not afraid to get into that.
Okay.
They are open to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it is a very natural process. Sometimes that process gets interfered of being a social animal by giving lot of inputs from the system, the parents, instead of the child experiencing that. Okay, the child has already experienced that process in elementary program, that is 6 to 12. Okay, and now it is continuing to experience that here. So if it can be in the space of experience, then it is much easier, no?
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, in adolescence, so Maria Montessori places a lot of importance on meaningful work
Hmm.
and some responsibility, real world responsibility.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, so, why is that so important? Why not just academic studies during this stage?
Yeah. It's very beautiful. Okay, because
And also, if I can add, how does that shape what they become
yeah.
in the future?
Good. That is what it is about.
Okay.
Okay. See, now they have acquired, by the age of 12, they have acquired. And by nature, they want to produce. See, man is man, if you see his nature, the human tendencies, okay, in the context of human tendencies, they're all part of that whole thing. By nature, it is there. If you see in the context of human tendencies. So, in that, apart from being a social being, in that it is by nature they want to create things for the world.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll go for that. So, for thousands of years, it was very natural, for them because they were part of that system. The
Okay.
father is whatever tradesman,
Okay.
the child carries that.
Okay.
And a child will also try to develop that skills for that particular work. Okay. So, and secondly, those days, because um, those skills, whatever he develops, okay, he is also getting a sense of whole. I'm going out of that
Okay.
context, but I'll
Okay.
just share this important.
Okay.
Say a goldsmith or a blacksmith who makes all these agricultural instruments. So the child, that adolescent child understands that, okay, this is for this work. He has a complete sense of what he's doing and for what. You got it?
Okay.
So there, the whole dimensions and all that those days he is confident and is clear, is complete.
Okay.
Okay. He doesn't have any question there. He'll only try to perfect that and develop that. All those things will go in that environment. That is how our nature was. Only now that we have we are trying to specialize and are going to that
Okay.
12 years to 16 years. So you complete some process and then you go to the next level of PUC and other things, and then some professional college, whatever that is.
Okay.
So this during this period, the children go through a lot of, as you said, the right word, turbulence,
Okay. Okay.
which I
Which you denied earlier.
no, listen,
Okay. Okay.
listen. This is man-made.
Okay.
The current whatever the society is going through. So if you understand these dimensions, okay, if you understand these dimensions, you'll not go through that.
Mm.
Okay, so
You mean to say that he can better handle the turbulence better?
huh?
He can handle the turbulence better. I mean, see, there are now bodily changes happening.
Yeah,
So those are happening. So maybe that no external force can handle that. So there are some things coming from inside. So you're saying that he can handle this better, or he or she in an adolescent stage
yeah,
can handle it better when they're in a, for example, like you said, in a natural,
yeah,
environment,
yeah,
or in a rural farm, or the example that you gave.
yeah, yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
See, I won't say go into that, because see what has happened is, see culturally, if you see, for ages, these all these things were there. It's not that only now that children are going through adolescence. Culturally, it was there, and there were, when for example a girl, gets into puberty and all that, uh, there are a lot of functions and so many things that they go through that. But if you see in a certain, I mean, urbanized, the more and more urbanization that happens, that is not that all those things are not there at all. So during that period, they are also making that community conscious. The child also, the girl also becomes, also understands that. Okay, this is part of that process. You got it. So there was a lot of, all that gave a lot of freedom for the community and the child also that
Okay.
was going through.
So how does Montessori method help during this?
Yeah, good. See, Montessori, in a Montessori kind of environment, see that there is space for, whatever that age groups, anything you got, pre-primary till 6, that space is there based on what that need is there for that age group.
Okay.
And puberty also, that space is there. Okay. The adult feels for that, whatever that child is going through, the girl, for example. Okay. During that menstrual period or whatever period, there's some of them get pain and all that. That is respected.
Okay.
Okay. There is empathy there. It's not like a typical,
Okay.
So, and the way Montessori kind of environment, such environment, even the boys are also sensitized to that, whatever the girl is going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
How is that?
So there are programs, there are people who support, and all those things goes
Okay.
into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is where everybody becomes free. Only when it is not talked or discussed, it is all there is confusion there.
Hmm.
Montessori kind of environment, the way that format is, the way it is children are better off in all sense.
Okay. So something related to what you've already been talking about. What are the key changes that happens during this stage? Maybe physically, emotionally, even spiritually or cognitively. So, what major changes do you see working with?
See, an adolescent child, an adolescent child, um, for the first time in their life, that is after 12, apart from the biological changes for boys and girls, okay, there is also, the sensorial attractions also starts.
Okay,
Okay, and that is one side of the story. You notice the other person which you didn't notice earlier.
the other gender.
Other gender, you
Okay.
notice. Okay, and that is also a period where they are also going through their own things. Okay, um, and they are not able to deal with that initially.
Okay.
All that goes. Then the other thing is, as they are progressing, and because that questioning mind, whatever that reasoning mind we started somewhere after 6, it has matured to a good level.
Okay.
That they were acquiring, they're busy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But here they got they got a large part of that whole thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
enough for them to survive for life.
Okay.
You really see after
Okay.
12.
Okay.
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 Uh, that and okay, higher studies will go on. Some of them it doesn't matter. Now they are ready. Okay. Um, but parallelly, they will also slowly also have questions about what is this, about life. What is this happening? They have questions about God. About
Okay.
so many things that comes to their mind,
Okay.
and there are no easy answer for them.
Okay.
Okay, about God, what kind of answer anybody can give to a child? It's difficult, not easy.
Right.
But during that period, if such things come about moral and so many things, we have to create space for them. We can have some discussions, but create more space for them to reflect and think. And if we can also have space for that age group, that freedom for them to come and talk to us, talk to the adult, nothing like it. There is no ready-made book and answer. There are a lot of things, but the best thing is if that adult has space for that child, the child's life is made.
So I think I'm going to ask a similar
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
So how can we as adults respect their growing independence? Around this stage, adolescents look for they want to be free from maybe from what parents say or from what teachers say. They want to have their own say. So they want to be independent. So how can we as adults encourage their independence? Also, offer guidance without obstructing their independence. Because when somebody wants to be independent and they say that no, I want to do this and I'm going to do this, and any sort of guidance may not work. So how can we as adults tackle this or help them?
See, it is not. Uh, we don't have to tackle it. Okay, it's more of how we can be, in that situation. Sometimes the adult in that environment uh, knows that this child is not getting that what topic, and then the adult also is knowing that this child is not coming to the adult. Like in the elementary, they were doing it,
Okay. Even
asking
they
question.
are avoiding.
No. That is how
Okay.
we assume. It is not like that. They are not avoiding. So this adolescent child who has a question and who might be having some things and he didn't get it, they will go to their group, their friends, and have a discussion there.
Okay.
Try to solve that there only. You got it. And sometimes the adult sees that sometimes even there, sometimes the adult, if they can create a space for that child or that group, then they can,
So
they'll come.
how do you create a space?
So when the adult understands, okay, this child didn't get it, and the child is now trying to work out with their, that is good, and many times they get the answers also. But adult, because the adult is working with that group, the adult understand that this child is still not getting it. So then adult has to create a space where that two child or whatever who, comes to this adult.
So
Okay,
what does
or the adult can bring that whole group and work on that.
okay?
You got it.
So what does the adult really need to do, or even if it is in the case of parents, what can parents do to create space? If I'm a parent, what should I do? What can I do? How do I do it?
See, the most fundamental thing that can happen to a parent. I mean, the base is if the parent is able to trust that child, their own child's capacity to deal with whatever that is, trust that. For that, I think before that, the adult also need to feel secure about themselves. Lot of times, what happens, the adult has gone through so many situations of life. Adult also is insecure, which the adult doesn't know, and then pushes this child, has some opinion about that child. So if the adult can be, if the adult can, work with the adult, if the parent works with the adult or a teacher in that environment, and shares his or her concerns, many things will open up.
Okay.
But it's not an overnight thing.
Hmm.
Okay, in such situations, if they can, the adult and the teacher and parent can collaborate for some time, a lot of things will open up for the child. The child is innocent. Child doesn't know, what he is going through. He feels, okay, this will work, this will work.
So, what kind of advice or guidance does an adolescent need or require during this stage? When there are parents giving advices and even teachers giving advices, what kind of an advice or is there any advice that is required for this stage of development? What type of an
See,
advice?
practically how it goes, practically how it goes. The adult, because every case, every situation is different. If the adult finds that the parent is not, in sync or in line with whatever is happening to that child, after certain tries, the adult will then take a decision that, okay, I will manage this child because I'm not getting any help from the parent. And then an adult starts doing that.
But what kind of an advice can an adult give
Give to whom?
to an adolescent child?
No, it is not. It is not about advice.
Okay.
The adult will work with that child.
So it's not even about guidance.
See, it is all. See, guidance. Guidance is one thing. Okay. Working with the child means the child is going through some things. Okay. And with that, because here the adult also need to be, really, aligned there.
Okay.
See, we in our concept, our context, we see it from the context of being with that child,
Okay.
just being.
Okay.
Okay, and when we say being, a lot of things assume that do nothing. The adult is consciously present when the adult is just being,
Okay.
and a child gets that. Okay, the adult is with me. The adult is trusting me. That is where that both sides open up for each other.
Okay.
That's where it happens.
Okay.
It is not by gyan and guidance and as you said, it doesn't work like that.
So, like you say, like the other previous stages, even here the adult just has to be.
Yeah, be at a different level.
Okay.
Because elementary child is little, energetic and rough tough. So the adult there also is little like that. That doesn't mean that they are violent. Okay. Here it is different. You cannot work like a child who is an elementary child who is, always on the toes.
So, how can parents be, or how can parents better handle adolescent children? Can they also be, just be, or
You see, it depends. It depends. A lot of
because
parents
maybe adults in an environment, maybe they can just be, and the environment is also in a way set, and it's a safe environment. So how can parents be, just be when adolescents are they're trying to do something, you know, bigger than what they were doing before, and sometimes parents get scared. Okay, will he fall, or will he do that, or will he drive a bike, and all that. So, what should the parents do? How can they be the best so that adolescents are, you know, it.
See, it is not. See, this is. It is not a straight-jacketed answer or book or solution. Okay, every parent has to, first of all, settle down with their own things. Okay, if parent can be peaceful, a lot of things will open up for them. Okay, and when that happens, will be able to really see their child, not from what they thought this my child is like this.
Okay.
When they really see their child as the child is, okay, they will start, having that empathy. Love anyway was there. Is always there. Parents are always doing for the child only. They will always say, no, I'm doing so much for the child. No, they are also innocent. Parent is also innocent. But if the child, if the parent is, settles down, and develops peace, the game is over there. They get the child also gets the parent. Sometimes the child might also go to some other situations of life, because it is because that age they're going out of the parents' fold, not like the elementary child, out of that fold. So many things the parent will also not know.
They're going into the world, like
Yeah,
Mario Montessori said.
yeah. So that part is there.
Okay.
Okay. But if the parent is, aligned to that, in how they are aligned to that child is if the parent is, what you say, advises something or says something, the parent doesn't follow themselves, then there is a conflict there.
Okay.
Okay, there is a contradiction the child goes through. So because when you said he's a social being, he also has a question. All those questions are there. What is right and what is wrong? All that development happens, and the child and the adolescent child, when they see contradiction in how the parent is behaving with other people and other, society and all that the child is going through. No? So if it is whatever he is seeing about the parent, okay, and the parent is giving some other view to this child, which is contradicting all that, then it is not easy for the child. Initially, the child will get shattered also if it is very bad. And but again, the child is for the child. It is a parent, no? There's nothing bigger than a parent.
So you're saying that there is a confusion that can happen.
That can happen. So all the turbulence you are talking about is all these things.
I mean, keeping aside the physical part,
Physical
the
part.
physical
What?
changes. That
Physical changes. Actually, see if you see the physical changes. That is, see, even see the whatever that's physical, sensorial, needs, the attractions, all that, is a smaller, is a smaller things.
Okay.
Okay, but it starts showing when the child is going through contradictions.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Child is not balanced there. You got that?
Okay. So Maria Montessori spoke about Erdkinder. So it means children of the earth. So what does she mean by that? And what is her vision for an adolescent child? what sort of an environment that she wanted to create for an adolescent?
See, if you see how see how, you know, the world saw, as the societies develop, okay, uh, especially in the context of the urban side, urban development, because she is also part of that urban development that happened in the place she lived in
Okay.
Italy. Okay, so uh, when we talk about urban, you know, the idea of what happens in the land, like agriculture and so many things that takes place there. Uh, so there, that is not even considered. Okay, but
What is not considered?
in a typical context, we are in Bangalore now. Do we, ever talk about earth? The land, the agriculture, farming, and all that goes. It is not in our thoughts also. But for a million years, we are rooted in that. No? And especially if you see agriculture, is something like more than 10,000 years.
Okay.
So we are all part of that, earth, all of us, Only now that urbanization took place, it is not, we don't see it from that context. So she could see, if we can, if we are, uh, if the world can see it, part of the nature, where the earth and the earth, in their context of that word earth, in there.
Okay.
Um, there is so much that is available there in farms and in nature.
Okay.
Because when you compare with anything, anything to do with technology, it is nowhere near the way, the technology, the science of that whole development of crops and so many things that goes in that, and the requirement of that, and that need of water, rain, seasons, so many that goes. No? You have fruits, cereals, different grains that grow. They are all different times, different seasons, isn't it? Very dynamic.
Okay.
So, and man has gone through that process and learned so much. It is very deep work. And it's not like, you fix a factory, and then you have some production. Whatever season, anything that goes, that is continuously happening.
Okay.
And there's no disruption until unless that raw material doesn't come.
Okay.
Then there is disruption. Otherwise, it is any time, any season, anywhere in the world. But here, if you see, because we are rooted to the land, all of us, for millions thousands of years, okay, especially after the agricultural age, it is very complex, that whole process. So Maria Montessori saw it from the learning side, what the child can learn and develop. Basically, whatever possibilities that you get from industries and wherever you work, that is nowhere near what possibilities you are able to create. Rearing animals, having land, and then cultivating. It's very deep work.
Okay.
Very deep. You may not consider that, that is complex. It is complex.
Okay. Why is it important that children learn that?
So, yeah, good. It's a good point, See, when Maria Montessori was developing the whole idea about, see, all these things we do for some task, some vocation, some work. So we developed that skill, for that. And largely those days industrialization was going on and all over, Europe
Okay.
and in India also slowly, not at that scale. Okay, it was very small, very little was happening here. So, so that is a term that she came out because of that. That this is where the development should happen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it should be attached with a farm, isn't
Okay.
it?
Okay.
So, but again now in our urban setting, you don't have that space for such big, place.
Okay.
So, like for us, we have had that in our terrace.
Okay.
Okay. First 2 years, children, 2, 3 years, children did a lot of things in the terrace. Okay. I think 2 years now. And the sports and all that.
Okay.
Whatever development that, the adolescent children. This year it is slackened,
Okay.
which I noticed that. Okay, this is all part of the journey.
Mm.
So, and now, and then we were also doing so many other things. Okay.
Okay.
Why I'm bringing all this in the urban setting, the dynamics are different. So children get into, other than agriculture, children get into cooking, which is not simple. Okay, there's a lot of things that goes in that development. It's basically about development. Basically about creating ideas, creating possibilities.
Okay.
Those possibilities we are carrying, no?
Okay.
Yeah, tell. Yeah.
So, like in today's time,
Yeah.
so we are all in midst of technology everywhere.
Yeah.
So we all have at least one type of technology in our hand, which is the mobile phone.
Yeah.
So in middle of all of this, why is it important that Earth Kinder or children of the earth, the concept is, why is that concept essential, for the future? Because see, technology is also part of the future now. It's going to be in the future. So how can our adolescent children learn from the farms or whatever meaningful work that they are doing? How does that help?
In the context of the technology we are currently using, mobile and all that.
Yes. Yeah.
See, in mobile, all of us, okay, what do we get from that? Maybe some games, okay, and you work on those games and you play with that. You
Social media is another.
No, that is another. Let me complete this. I'll complete this. So you are working, you are playing with that some game, and after 2 days you are overcoming certain barriers. You go to the next level. Then again next level there is certain barriers. What you are actually doing is there are certain patterns. There are fixed patterns, and after certain numbers, you know how to deal with that pattern. And next pattern is a pattern only.
Okay.
So you are getting in this kind of technology like mobile and all this technology, you are getting into a pattern.
Okay.
Fixed,
Okay.
There is nothing like, disruption there. In some of these games, there are disruptions. But that is also predictable. You got my point.
Okay.
But if you see in nature, the way nature, it operates, okay. See, since you are talking about technology, we have got a lot of great technologies we have perfected, and we are sending aircrafts. I mean, rockets and ships. Like nowadays they're like a ship only. The big units goes to different planets. Like in moon when they go, it is still very disruptive.
Okay.
You got it. We will still perfect that. Okay, those this will perfect and go to the next level. But it is not easy in the context of nature. The nature of say for example moon. If you
Okay.
are trying to develop life there, it is not as simple as technology.
Okay.
Temporary technology is very simple,
Hmm.
but nature is very deep.
Okay.
And Montessori understood that.
Okay.
Nature has spent a billion years. It has a billion years intelligence. We are just few hundreds or thousands of years of intelligence. Which is man has been there for a million years. But whatever technology we are talking about, it is not as deep as nature is.
Okay.
It's a different topic, it's a deep
Hmm. Hmm.
work.
So now Maria Montessori emphasized on adolescents working with more meaningful work, right? Like farming or running a small enterprise or doing some community work. So why is this important during this stage? Why should adolescents be working on all of this?
See, we have to see it from that statement you made, meaningful work.
Okay.
Otherwise, we are doing some fun. We are part of that school curriculum. We are cooking and we are doing this. Cooking is a meaningful work, or
Okay.
craft, or so many things that you do. But how does that translate into the real life work? That can happen only through certain experiences, not as a curriculum. Okay, you stitch this, or you do whatever that is. Not like that. Because here you have to go through certain experiences. In those experiences, you miss many things. Like we had
Okay.
this, for example, our adolescent children wanted to cook. No, this
Okay.
is part of that whole process.
Okay.
We could have just, gone through that process. Okay, now that child is able to cook some things, with
So,
some dish.
if I can interfere, I just like whatever you were sharing. I wanted to ask you examples of how this method has helped adolescent children. And you just shared an example. So,
Can I complete
okay.
that example?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So the children were given, we had a program for all the parents to come and, have the food what the children, there was one particular day it was planned.
Okay.
Before that, the children, that was the first time, no? More than 100 parents and so many other people were supposed to come and eat. It is not a small task for young people like that who are 15, 16-year-old,
Okay.
even 14 also. So they were given one task before that. So they were asked to make a list of things they want to they were supposed to prepare some dish, one or two dishes. So they made a list, everything they did. They went to the market, they purchased everything, they came. The budgeting also is there.
Okay.
All those things they went through. And then they, just when they went for cooking, they realized that they didn't buy salt.
Okay.
So it was a rule that was made, right at the
Okay.
start.
Okay.
That after you will have one chance, you make a list, you go through it
Okay.
many times.
Okay.
And then once you buy, then you cannot go back and
Okay. So
because
once the list is finalized, you can't
yeah,
go back.
even if you remember, if the children had remembered salt there, they would have purchased it.
Okay.
But once they have come here, see, there are many dimensions in that, many dimensions in that. It's not that simple. And then they went through that experience of, cooking and with the salt.
Without the salt.
That too. But
Okay.
that experience they went through, this I'm talking about experience,
Okay.
that will never go in their life. Not only for cooking, many other things. Like whatever you are planning to, make and, it can be instruments, it can be anything. See, you are going to moon, for example, or some jungle. If you miss something, then what will happen there? Can you think about it? It can be disaster, no? But we are not thinking that. What we are saying is how prepared you are, how grounded you are,
Okay.
So so those are the experiences. So here, so what we are saying is you are always creating one is possibilities also. Something you don't have or something, you're creating some idea to solve that also. Okay. But here that experience was only that salt was not there and then they had to go through it.
Okay.
Yeah. So lot of this work, say for example, say in agriculture, if you are there or even you are having, say, terrace garden, you are having fruits and vegetables and other things. So there are certain things you miss or you are distracted. And you realize after 15 days or a month,
Okay.
by the time it is too late for that plant to recover. So those experiences, when they go through such an environment, like in our context, just for life, it is always there in the back of your mind.
So can you give us one or two more examples of how adolescent children did some meaningful work or productive work, and it has helped them, or perhaps it has changed something in them after doing that work.
So I will share something which there was a realization.
Okay.
Okay. So there was one work called production and exchange.
Okay.
In that, many groups were there. They had all their things to do. Procure, make it, and then sell. All that was going. Costing was there. So one group was interested in making candles.
Okay.
So everybody had to present. This candle group. Our people asked, how are you going to make? They said, we are going to buy from Amazon that mold, pour that and sell.
Okay.
So then our people asked, then what are you actually achieving from that? You're just buying and selling. Okay, you're not doing anything. Okay. Because here, if we tell that mold, you have to make that mold or something, They got it. Okay, they got that, that yes, there has to be something meaningful. What statement you made, Montessori, it has to be meaningful. Like one group wanted to get some, I think drone, I'm not remembering, some birds and all that, and costing also is important. You cannot just, because one group, they wanted to, paint bottles.
Okay.
Okay. Bottles and so many other glass things. And it was costing very high, to maybe 200 rupees something.
Okay.
And then when there was a discussion, so it was discussed. And they found that they were using some spray, it was costing 200, 300 rupees one spray, and only 3 bottles you can do, something like that. They only understood. The children understood, oh, this is too costly. Because in the market, you get it for half the rate.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a realization. No?
Okay.
Then they worked on it.
Okay.
And they brought it to a good pricing, But they changed whatever that idea of, those paint and other things. So that those are ideas and possibilities that they are creating, Because it also has to sell.
So now coming to coming to creating, now, so there was also groups of children going into the wild, if I can say, in a place called Honne Maradu. So what would you like to say about what kind of development that an adolescent child can gain, in that environment and the experiences that they go through?
See, in one of the programs, more than 30 years back, when I was part of that. So at the end of the program, one female, she got up and she said, I am now able to cross the road without any fear.
But
Understand this? Each one goes to their own things.
okay.
So a lot of people said, Arey, what is this? This is such a big program and she could overcome that fear. Oh, just crossing the road. For her, that was a big thing. So place like Honne Mardu is such a vast place. And if you have to swim, to reach an island, you have to swim at least a kilometer. And it's deep. You got it? That is one part. So our children, when they went there, they not only overcome those barriers, they also understood that you need to have discipline. You cannot be casual. Okay, because we don't realize that, So this kind of explorations. One is, you are going beyond your level. The other one is you are also going through certain aspects of, how disciplined you need to be in the aspect of safety and so many things. That is not, that realization, normally we don't get. That is much higher, actually, higher work that is, discipline about certain things.
Okay.
So all those discipline, they will carry in whatever venture they are into a startup or into a schooling system or into college, teaching, anything, medical. So the discipline and exploring into the unknown, they will not be afraid to explore into the unknown in anything they get into.
Okay.
See, anything new we get into, we are a little worried, no?
Right.
Yeah, not little worried. Sometimes we are scared that we're not even wanting to, think also about it.
Right.
Isn't it?
Right. So how does this real work and meaningful work help in a child's social and economic development? So in all of this, like for example, you said product and production and exchange. So there is a economic development also. So basically, I'm just asking, how does this whole thing help in, social and economic is different, but it does help socially and economically also, the Montessori method. So I just wanted to ask what exactly?
You mean you're talking about the skills that they develop?
Yes, the skills and yes.
See, when we talk about possibilities, See, so far what is to happen in the larger context, it is about, acquiring certain skills
Okay.
and then doing that task. Okay. And then when that requirement of that skills, sometimes the skill requirement goes because the task is not there. It is automated or whatever that is. Then again you are, going into next level of skills and all those things goes. But at the higher level of work, okay, that those tasks might continue, but at the higher level of work, it is not about, upgrading your skills.
Okay.
You are actually, when you develop who you are as possibilities,
Okay.
okay, so you don't have to continuously upgrade your skills. You are always aware of things. Okay, and for anything, you will not feel overwhelmed by whatever you go through. You are open to it. You are even not even afraid also. You don't fear that failure also. You will go in for that.
Okay.
Because it is not about acquiring, it is about, what do you say, a paradigm shift. Suddenly something changes for you. Suddenly you realize it is not a linear aspect here. But all those things you are going through through your own experiences here. In a Montessori kind of environment, it is your experiences. It is nothing is fed to you. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah, it is nothing is fed. It is you. You are taking initiative, and then you are going into it. And suddenly it happens. No,
Hmm.
I think we all of us have gone through that.
Right.
Yeah. So ideally, if it can happen in that students or the child space, adolescent space, or whatever that is, then the breakthrough that adolescent child gets, and the ownership that child has, even if it fails, he takes the responsibility of that.
Okay.
I have failed. But if it is fed to him and made to learn certain task, I think there is nothing like failure for him. He doesn't even realize that.
Okay.
So he owns anything and everything. So when that happens, he will go for it and he will take responsibility.
So, how does a Montessori adolescent program prepare a young person, to deal with the adult life,
To deal with?
the adulthood, the adult life, the next stage of, after adolescence? It could be emotionally, socially, intellectually also.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does the Montessori program help develop the adolescent child to deal with the later stages or the next stage?
See, an adolescent child here, okay, they fairly do the work of an adult.
Okay.
Okay, like now you have started carpentry, they'll be actually doing it, no?
Okay.
And eventually they'll some of them will even make small furnitures also. Somebody who is 14 years, 15 years, that you are going to experience that. So he is a doer. He wants to do things.
Okay.
Okay. So he is not like elementary child till the age of 12 who is acquiring and acquiring and acquiring. See, he is here and he is taking responsibility for that. Because that is his nature that time. Okay. That nature, by nature, that human tendency is for that, the development.
Okay.
Okay. So when he is an adult, he is ready for it. Fully ready to venture into anything, For that, he has gone through a process. He's acquired so much constructing till the age of 6 and acquired and the next level of elementary. It's huge development that has taken place. So it is not that it has happened overnight for him, no? It's part of that whole thing, an adolescent child. And then he completes that process, then he's fully ready for the task outside.
So, what kind of a human being does
Uh,
this approach,
uh,
the Montessori approach,
uh,
aim to nurture? By the end of the stage,
end of
end of adolescence, or by
adolescence.
the time he passes through Montessori adolescence.
Uh, uh,
What kind of a person does this method aim to nurture?
see, see, every stage that that is in the I mean the earlier two stages, and then while he is in the adolescent period, he is learning. He's learning task to produce. Okay, like when you say carpentry, he's also learning a skill to make things. No, you got it. So every time he's perfecting that. Like if he is wanting to become a cook, also he will be interested in cooking and doing. He'll be working on perfecting that.
Okay.
So once he is perfected, say cooking certain things, is perfected making carpentry, some small furniture, small things. Okay. If for that age, somebody who is 15, 16, even they can even make a chair also. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, they have that capacity to do that. So when they are able to perfect that, they become free. They experience freedom.
Okay.
You got it. See, when you are confident that you can, see, freedom doesn't mean we have independent. We got independent. That's not freedom. Freedom is to become independent, internally. You are independent. You are not dependent on somebody. You are independent. So you are able to, whatever the task is, you are able to complete that task perfectly. So Mariamati's idea is to, every stage you develop or you perfect, you become free.
So the type of human being he is going to be is a free human being.
He's a free human being. He's
Okay.
free.
Okay.
In nature, all species are free. But luckily in nature, biologically, I mean, based on their, what is that, uh, what do you call that, DNA, or what is it? The other word for that?
The genetic
Genetically they're ready to for their task, except elephant and some other like kangaroo. Most species they are ready from day one. But for humans it's not like that. They go through a lot of process. And luckily for humans, which the part of that environment they are in, okay, that plays a big role in their development. You got it?
Okay.
It is the environment that creates them. If they are in polar region, the environment what is present there is creates them. So they are ready for that region. If they are in deserts, they are ready for that because it's the environment that creates them.
Okay. So it's mostly nothing much the adult can do, or adults are also a part of the environment.
Yeah, the best thing adult can do is support that person, that child and whatever that age,
Okay.
not interfere. The way we have the systems have changed in urban areas.
Thank you very much for talking with me.
Yeah.
And I think some things that I get to learn is allow the child to be himself or herself,
Yeah.
and be with the child.
Mm.
And freedom is another thing that adolescents, it's part of their nature around that time. Yeah. So thank you very much. I think we'll have maybe deeper discussions on each of these topics in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.